Hello everyone, today we're going to be making a bunny ears headband because we've got Easter very fast approaching now. So I've got out all of my supplies here. Everything that I use I will link in the description below, so just press on the title to bring up the description and then you will find all of these products if they're available. If not, I will link something very similar. The bunny ears template that I'm using today is from Pixie.bow supplies, and it is this lovely large wooden template. I did use this before in a tutorial where I made an Easter decoration. I will pop the link for that tutorial here. And to go along with this, you can get the deluxe dotty template, which makes a whopping 24cm hair bow. But I'm not going to be using this one today because obviously we're making a headband and this is a massive bow that will be too big for a headband. So to go with my bunny ears today, I'm using the Pixie dotty bow templates, and I'm going to make a couple of bows just to sit at the bottom of each bunny ear. So I'll just set those templates aside. Most of the fabrics here are available on pixie.craft supplies, but I've also incorporated some of my own existing products and fabrics, such as this wool here. This is a faux fur mink yarn wool, and I actually got this from AliExpress. It was around £2 to £3 for a big roll. I used this before to make some woolly scrunchies. I will also pop a link for that tutorial in the corner here, but make sure you save this video under watch later so you don't get it lost. And this stuff is really good for adding to hair bows, or like I said, I made scrunchies with it. I absolutely love this stuff. It comes in all different colours, but I'm using this lovely blush pink today. I've got a satin covered headband here in, again, the lovely blush pink colour. I've got my Fiskars fabric scissors. These are brilliant for cutting out chunky glitters, leathers, whatever you need to cut out. These are brilliant scissors. Again, I will link these in the description below. I've got a couple of glitters and a couple of printed canvases. Again, these are available on pixie.craft supplies. And here is some stiffened felt. So this felt, as you can see, it has got some stiffness to it. I got this, I think, from Amazon. I will try to link some in the description below, but this is really good for the bunny ears. This just basically saves you from using all of your glitter fabric. So on the front of the ears, obviously you want your glitter fabric, and then normally you would back it with another piece of glitter to make it stiff. But this is really good for things like this because it's a stiffened felt. As you can see, if I just hold it up like that, it holds shape. So this is brilliant for the bunny ears. So again, I will try to link some of this in the description below if I can find some similar. So taking the bunny ears templates to begin with, and I've got my pink, white and my stiffened felt. We're going to make the ears first. So this is how the template comes. It's a lovely thick wooden material, and you get the inner ear piece and of course the outer ear piece. And this little tab at the bottom is what you wrap around your headband. So you need to draw around the whole of the template. So I'm going to draw around the larger one on my white glitter. The inner ear I'm going to draw around on my pink fabric. So turning my pink fabric over, as you can see, I don't know if you can see it very clearly, it's not quite symmetrical. So you will need one for the left ear and then flip it over and have it the other way for the right ear. So you have the curved piece here on the outside and this piece here will be on the inside of the ear. So what you need to do is draw on your fabric. So I'm drawing on the back of my glitter fabric. And then I'm going to flip it over so it's upside down and draw around the other side of the template. So that way you've got two opposite shapes for both the left and the right ear. So that's the pink fabric drawn around. So I'll just set that aside. Next I'm going to take my white fabric. So I'm going to draw around this twice now. So I've drawn around my outer bunny ear twice on my white glitter fabric. Again, I'm just going to set that aside. Now on the stiffened felt, this is going to be the back of the ear. Again, I'm going to draw around my outer ear template twice onto my felt. So there are my two outer ears now drawn around on my felt. Again, I'm going to set this aside because I like to just cut everything out together. Next, taking my printed canvas. Now I do like to back this, so I'm going to draw around a bow shape now, and I'm going to draw around my bow shape on the printed canvas and some sticky backed felt so that I can back my bows. So I'm going to be using my dotty bow templates for this, and this makes the 3-inch wide bow. So I've got 2 bow shapes now and 2 tail shapes on my grey printed canvases. And now I'm ready to cut all of my shapes out using my Fiskars fabric scissors. So I'll just show you quickly how I cut my shapes out so that I don't get the pen line on the back of my bows. I very carefully cut just inside of the pen line. So as you can see on the actual bow loops, there is no pen because I've cut the pen mark off. Obviously, I will be backing this with felt anyway, but this is just good practice and something that I do like to do. So I'm going to continue now cutting out all of my pieces, and then we'll assemble our headband. So I've got all of my elements now cut out. I've put my 3 ear pieces together because you should have 3 pieces for each ear. The stiff felt for the backing, the main outer ear and the inner ear, and I've popped them together in the way in which they go. So this more rounded side is going to be the outside of the ear, and these on the larger ear are slightly angled. So I've popped them together so that they match the backing. So these are ready to assemble. I'm just going to set these aside because I want to show you how to back my bows. So this fabric I've already backed. As you can see, I've now added the felt to the back. So it's given it some thickness so that when I make my bow, it's not going to risk going flat and losing the nice shape. So those I've already backed. I'm going to show you how I did that on these 2 pieces. So I've cut out 2 tails, 1 in the fabric, 1 in the felt, 2 loops, and this is a sticky backed felt. You can buy felt that is already sticky backed, or you can buy the double-sided sticky sheets and the felt separately, which is actually what I did here. But either way, it works well. So I've taken off the paper layer to reveal the sticky backing, and I'm taking my loops and I'm going to gently line them up on top of the felt. I'm not going to push them down yet. I'm going to pick it up in the middle, and as I stick it down, I like to curve the loop round because that is how you make the bow. Obviously, you fold this piece over, and if I just stick it flat and then fold it over, you risk getting like creases in the felt at the back. So I just find doing it this way makes it stick down well. Same with the other side. So pushing it down, I'm just going to reline that up because it's gone slightly to the side, and folding it round, and then taking a lighter, I'm just going to go around the edge very quickly just to get rid of any fluffy bits of felt. Can you see that? There's a few little fluffy bits. So I do this very quickly. I don't hold the lighter there for very long at all because I don't want to risk burning the felt. So just very quickly, just to get rid of any little fluffy bits. And I'm going to do the same with the tails, but obviously the tails lay flat, so we don't need to curl it round to stick it. So I'm simply just going to remove the sticky backing and line my tails up and just simply push them down, and then trim off any overhangs if needed, and again go round it very quickly, just touching the lighter around the edges to get rid of any fluffy bits of felt. So they are now backed and ready to make the bows. Now we can assemble our ears and attach them to the headband first of all. So I'm going to just set this Alice band aside, taking one of our ears. So this is going to be the right ear. I've made sure that I've got this correct inner ear piece for this ear and the correct piece that fits on the backing of my outer ear. I'm going to stick my inner ear onto my glittery outer ear to begin with. So just using a hot glue gun. Excuse the mess of mine, it is a little bit of a mess. I'm going to start at the bottom and work my way up. So I like to stick the bottom of the inner ear around 1 centimetre from where the tab piece starts here. And then once I've got it lined up in the middle, I'm going to work my way up, sticking it all the way down to the top. And then I'm going to do the same with my other ear now. So I've attached my centre ears to my outer ears, and now I'm going to attach my back of my ears to my Alice band. So on my board here, each of these squares are 1 centimetre, and I've laid these out how I want them, so you can have them straight up, you can have them really angled. I like mine slightly angled. And I have around 6 centimetres in between the bottom of the ears. So we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I'm doing this by eye, but I'm just giving you the measurements obviously to help you guys out. So I've laid these on my mat with 6 centimetres in between these points here, ready to attach to my headband. So I'm laying my headband on there straight, and where this tab end ends and the ears start coming out, this is where I want my headband to sit, the top of the headband. So they're going to be on there like that. So starting with my right one, I'm just going to pick up my headband and place some glue along the back piece of the headband. And placing it on my ear where I want it to sit. And then I'm going to pick it up and wrap it, not all the way forward, just halfway, because this ear is going to be coming up, sticking up. So sort of halfway along the headband. I'm just pushing it into the glue. And then I'm going to wrap this piece around all the way. So this is what it looks like. And now I'm going to do the same with the other ear. So again, I'm just popping it on there. So I want it the opposite side, so about here. So again, popping the hot glue on there like that, toward the back. Placing it on the ear at the bottom. As the air comes out, that is what you want to be touching the headband. And then just wrapping it around half way. And then we're going to glue this tab end all the way round. Now we're ready to add the front part of the ear. So I like to start at the top because we have to line this up neatly now, all the way down to the headband. So I'm going to start at the top of the ear by adding the glue and then slowly working my way down to the bottom and then leaving the tab end. So as you can see, I've already stuck this side all the way around, and I'm going to do the same with the other side now. So I'm just going to add a little bit of glue to the front of the headband and wrap that tightly around the headband. And then continue wrapping it all the way around to the back. Now these will still have a little bit of floppiness, but with the bows attached, that will help hold them even more. So as you can see, let me just zoom out a little bit. So as you can see, if I hold these up, oh, we've got one that's stiff. This one's got a little bit of a bend in it. But when we add our bows to the front, that will hold these up even more. So we're going to assemble our bows now. So you make these in the way that you normally would a hair bow. You add glue to your tab ends, bring both sides into the middle, and then add the loops onto the tails. I'm just going to pop a clip on there in the middle just to hold that in place whilst I assemble the other bow. I've cut 2 little strips from my white glitter fabric, and I'm going to use these to wrap the centre of the bow. So I'm just going to place some glue in the middle and line it up. Obviously we're not adding this to a hair clip or anything, so I can wrap these straight round without adding anything to the bottom. I'm just trimming off the excess because they're slightly too long, just so I can meet them up in the middle at the back. So there's one bow, same with the other one. And now we can attach these bows to the bottom of our ears. And as I said before, these will also help to hold the bows forward, because as you can see, this one's flopping back a little bit. This one's actually holding up really well. The stiffened felt does work quite well, but this one did have a little bit of a bend in the bottom, but this will combat that. So taking the bow, I'm going to place some glue along the back and a bit on the bottom, and place that right at the bottom of that bunny ear. I'm going to do the same with the other one. And the final touch to our headband is to add this fur trim. I could have added it all the way around this headband actually. I just thought that would have gone around there nicely, but I'm just going to do it around the ears this time. So I'm just going to flip this over. So I'm going to add it here to the ears. I'm going to start on the headband again to add some extra stiffness to the ears, and then stop when I get to the top of the bow. So I'm going to place some hot glue on the headband around the edge of the ear and the back of the bow. And as you can see, this has got like a strip going through it. I'm facing that toward the headband, you can't see it. And then I'm going to flip it back over, because this is the part you will see at the front. And I'm going to start adding this now all the way around that ear. So I'm going to add the glue to my bunny ear on the very edge, and then facing the cord, the strip, toward the bunny ear, and pushing it into that glue to keep that cord piece covered, so you've just got the fur on the outside. And then I'm going to take this up to the bow, just the top of the bow. And then again, flip my headband upside down so I can continue down up to the headband. So I'm going to trim this off up to where I need it, and then continue down the rest of the ear, the back of the bow, and just the top of the headband as well. As you can see, that ear now, I can just about show you, that is now holding its own. That is standing up. It will wobble if I shake it, but it does stand up. It's hard to get it all on the camera. I'm going to do the same now with the other ear. And here is our finished bunny ears headband. And as you can see, well, actually, I don't know if you can see very well, but the ears now stand up vertically on their own. That stiffened felt at the back works really well, along with adding the bows to the front to help give it some extra stability, and the lovely quality chunky glitter. That is all holding up in place perfectly. I hope you enjoyed this tutorial today. If you did, please hit the like button. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel, and if you press the bell button, that will turn on notifications. I'll be back again soon with another tutorial. Thank you for watching. Bye bye.